We have seen what the benefits of AI are for the retailers, for the consumers, and how the consumers basically are getting these personalized shop assistants that give them what they might need. But what is your take about this? What do you think it's likely to happen?
In my years at retail, the way things have changed is that there are competencies within a retail organization that rise and then that fall, right? So if you asked somebody in the technology space within retail, are they finding it hard to get a job? Do they feel like their growth prospects for jobs they would say, oh my God, I get job offers all the time. So if you're within the tech section of retail, you're growing in leaps and bounds. If you're in the analytics section of retail, you're growing in leaps and bounds. Now, if you're in more of the process-driven organizations, if you're the person who puts emails together and sends emails out, right? Well, that's a Jeopardy job. If you're a person who writes content on products, that's probably a Jeopardy job, right? That's a job where you got to reinvent yourself. Now, the retailers that go out of business, and that might be the biggest kind of driver behind your question, those are clearly the retailers who have held on to their routines and their ways to go to business, and their products aren't differentiated in the marketplace. And as a result, and I don't mean, their merchandise isn't differentiated in the marketplace, but for those folk, they are in jeopardy, but the sales will transfer to somebody else. So maybe retailer X goes out of business, but the demand for the merchandise transfers to others that are more competitive and more aligned with what the consumer wants. And I don't think you can ever go wrong if you have the consumer as the star of your planning, knowing what they want, using personas, keep footing things back to customer experience and what's in it for the customer is the retailer's best chance of keeping everybody employed. But I think that within a retailer organization, certain areas are chronically understaffed, like technology and analytics, and other areas I think are vulnerable because of technology disintermediating kind of their skill set.
There is gonna be a net loss of jobs. That's what it looks like, at least from what we see today, the direction we see today. Basically, how do we make out of this? Like, what do you think is the societal impact of this?
I think, for example, a lot of the kids that are getting educated today are finding their way into these high demand roles like technology and analytics. My son's class of chemical engineers went from a class graduation rate of 45 last year to 92 this year. And I think we'll see more and more people in those areas, and less people growing up to be inventory management folks, supply chain management folk, because those roles aren't in demand, or those roles will be the ones that are in decline.